today's video, as you can see, I'm doing sort of a soft-spoken ASMR video, doing another build your 15 dollar NBA team. Now, a lot of these that I go through have a theme, and today's theme for build your $15 team are 2000's players. Yes, players in the NBA that maybe have peaked during the 2000's era of basketball. Obviously, one of my favorite eras of basketball, a very talented era. We'll go through the players and talk about building your and my own $15 team. So make sure, maybe before you lay your head down for some rest or just relax or do something else, make sure you comment down below your NBA team. And also make sure you like the video. If you like the video, it takes half a second. It helps me out, and that probably makes you feel a little bit better watching the video as well. I am also doing a subscriber giveaway at 7.5k because it's halfway between 5k and 10k. So if you want to get in on that, I think it's just going to be a Cashapp Venmo giveaway for a handful of people. Definitely make sure to hit that subscribe button. And also make sure to subscribe also with the post notifications on. I have been going live a handful of times the past week or two. So if you don't want to miss those out, we have some chill times. I've done an ASMR live stream before. I'm planning on going live tomorrow before the NBA Finals. So if you don't want to miss out, make sure to subscribe. Notifications on whenever I go live, whenever I post. Helps us out both ways, I guess. So yeah, I think that is everything. So I think we can get started. Alright, so this is a build your $15 starting five using the players of the 2000s era. Pretty excited, not gonna lie. Again, the 2010s are my favorite era of basketball, but definitely the 2000s are up there with some of the most talented players I think of all time. Definitely, at the tippy top of the 2000s era. So we're gonna get through these, and again, if you don't know the sort of preference of this or the rules, basically you have $15 to build your NBA starting five. Obviously, there are some players that are very cheap at $1 that range all the way to $5. Now, obviously, you can't build a God Squad starting five using all $5 players because you have a $15 budget. So you got to try to sort of balance yourself out, have some good players, have some top tier talent, see how good of a team you can make. So with the $5 players at point guard, we have Steve Nash. Yes, two-time back-to-back MVP Steve Nash. Arguably, Shaq probably could have had one of those, but definitely a great talent. $5, we have Steve Nash. At the two-guard position, no duh, we have Kobe Bryant. I mean, obviously Kobe, no duh, deserves to be on this list at $5. He is the best player probably of that era. Then after him at small forward, you have LeBron James, who definitely more of the latter of the 2000s era, kind of like 2008, 2007 on, was definitely the best small forward in the NBA during that time period. Power forward, Tim Duncan, again, arguably maybe the best player of that generation. Lived in the finals, had 5 championship runs. Definitely a great player. And lastly, you have Shaquille O'Neal himself, who probably also was the best player of that early era, 2000, so like 2003, 2004. Definitely was a dominant force in the NBA. Then at $4, we have Chris Paul. That's a very good $4 player. If you think Chris Paul is good now, leading his team to the NBA Finals, back in his I guess, it would be New Orleans Hornets days, he was a killer, that's for sure. Then we have Allen Iverson at shooting guard, small forward Paul Pierce, power forward Dirk Nowitzki, which again won an MVP during that time period, and also Dwight Howard at the $4 position. I mean, Dwight was really good. Again, kind of like LeBron in the latter of the 2000s era, but still a great center. $3 players, you have Jason Kidd, Dwayne Wade, Tracy McGrady, Kevin Garnett, and Ben Wallace. these players seem to be really good, obviously. But the thing is, you only have $15 to build your starting five. So, if you don't know, I say this in like the start of all these videos. The first thing ASMballeR looks for are the cheap bargain players. And going through this list, looking at all these great players, there is a player who I feel like is very underappreciated. And it's for $1. Yes, I'm snagging a player for $1. If you can find a good $1 player, that really helps out your team a lot. And for me, I think it just might obviously have to be $1 small forward Vince Carter. Yes. Now, obviously Vince Carter, you may know him as the old guy on, Sacramento, Atlanta, sort of just being a mentor to players, but you may also know him as the young, only dunking Vince Carter. But the Vince Carter that I really want to pick up is the New Jersey Nets Vince Carter, arguably in his prime. During that time period, let's see, in 2000, I think it was like 2006, 2007, let's see, 2005, 2006 actually. Let's see, he averaged 24 points per game, 4 assists, nearly 6 rebounds as well. Shooting, let's see, only about 35% from 3, but that's only because he was taking 5 shots a game from 3. Definitely during that era of basketball, that's a lot. And the reason why I specifically want that year of Vince Carter during his 2000s run is because in the playoffs, not only did that team make the NBA Finals, he was averaging 30 points per game in the playoffs. This man was on fire in the playoffs, averaging 37 and 5 in the playoffs, averaging over a steal a game, shooting 40. He was shooting 39% from 3. He was just dominant during that little run the New Jersey Nets had. Of course, I'm going to pick that up, even as maybe he's not my go-to scorer or my best guy. I think at small forward, he can be very capable at not only defending, averaging over a steal a game, but also being a good wing scorer. You can knock down an open 3. You can even give him the ball on the wing, clear out, let him go to work. He'll be dunking on everyone. Now, since I've only, picked up a guy for $1, I think now let's get more of a, maybe not a set piece, but more of a guy who will really help round off my team very good. It's going to be a $4 player, so that's a pretty big chunk of money if you're asking me. Taking a look at the $4 players, there are a lot of really good ones, but I think for this one, definitely for the position he's in, I think you kind of have to pick him up. $4, I'm picking up prime Dwight Howard. Now I know this one could be kind of controversial because Dwight Howard didn't really hit his peak prime until 2010 to 2012. That's when he was really dominating the NBA. But give the year 2007 to 2008, even 2008 to 2009, Dwight Howard was averaging 20 points per game and 15 rebounds nearly. Absolutely insane, averaging 2.9 blocks per game as well, a steal a game. Let's see his field goal percentage at 61% field goal percentage. Oh my god, playing 82 games that season, even in the playoffs, averaging 20 and 15 and 2.6 blocks. In 2009, he was averaging 3.5 blocks per game. That's why I'm picking up Dwight Howard, because not only could you quite honestly play through Dwight Howard being a very good back to the basket center that day, also just being a good rim running center who can just run in, get rebounds whenever Vince Carter misses or whenever our other players miss. You could play through him, you could play without him. He's a good rim runner, he's a good, very good defender obviously during that time period, very athletic and bouncy. I think this is a really great pickup, especially since, no offense to the other players, but, Ben Wallace, Yao Ming, Ilgauskas, I think you can argue Yao Ming, but, if I'm already picking up Vince Carter, I'm already setting a tone for how my offense wants to play, and it's going to be very up-paced, fast, very fast, upgoing, fast breaks, open court. I don't think Yao Ming would really fit that sort of play style. I'm thinking this very like realistically, not like just what do their stats say. So I think that's why realistically I think playing a team with Dwight and Vince Carter just running the break, I think sounds really fun. Next up that I'm going to be picking up, since I've only picked up $5 worth of players. I know Dwight, Vince Carter, very, very good pieces. But I feel like they need a floor general running the show, so I'm going to be picking up a point guard this time. Now, taking a look at the point guards we have, obviously Steve Nash, a great passing floor general point guard who can also, one of the best shooters of all time. You have Chris Paul, another player who's leading his team right now, but not only right now, back in his New Orleans Hornets days. Yeah, the Hornets days. Obviously a great point guard, definitely the best point guard at that point in time. Then you have Jason Kidd, who's also a great point guard, maybe be a better defender than the time period. You have a $2 Tony Parker, who was really good during his run with the San Antonio Spurs. Man, these are really good. But at least for me, when looking at these point guards, I could take a more expensive player, getting a very good one like Nash or Chris Paul, but I feel like the capability of teaming up Vince Carter with Jason Kidd for $3, I feel like is a very good pickup. So for $3, I'm picking up Jason Kidd. Not only because Jason Kidd, maybe not during this time, but definitely in the latter 2000s, could hit a very good three-point jump shot. Thankfully, he developed that into his game. But I mean, during the 02-03 season he had with the New Jersey Nets, he averaged 20 points per game and 9 assists, 2 steals a game as well. Definitely one of the best basketball IQ minds we had at that time. Also shooting about 35% from 3. Definitely his latter days, like when in Dallas and New York, he really started to get a better jump shot, but this time was still very capable at it. Didn't need to be that go-to scorer, because again, he had, Vince Carter, Richard Jefferson, Kenya Martin, really good players to sort of help play through offensively, but he still got his own, and that's really cool to see. And I think just the size Jason Kidd brings, being about 6'4", 6'5", being a tremendous defender, I think that's probably why I'm picking him up. And also just the play style, playing a very fast-paced, open court style with Dwight Howard and Vince Carter, just lobbing the ball up to these guys would be absolutely amazing to see. We still have a good, very capable shooting with Vince Carter and Jason Kidd. And also, again, during a time period where Jason Kidd and Vince Carter were going to the NBA Finals, they were definitely there at their peaks, IQ-wise and everything. I think you can't go wrong picking up Jason Kidd here. Alright, so I picked up Vince Carter at $1, Dwight at $4, so that's $5, then $3 with Jason Kidd. That is $8 already spent. Yikes. So, I have some money to play with, nothing super crazy, but definitely a good amount, $7. Again, I could pick up, 2 very good players, or I can pick up my go-to man, my superstar, my player to play through, and I think I am. And you can probably guess who it is already. I think if you are picking players from the 2000s, and you had to pick Kobe Bryant, I think you have to pick up Kobe Bryant. So at $5, my big boy spending money, I'm picking up Kobe Bryant now. Probably a lot of people watching this, I've seen the sort of age range of my audience. We all know Kobe Bryant being a good champion, probably playing in the 2010s era, and having a very quick falling off. But Kobe Bryant in the 2000s, one of the best players in NBA history. I mean, if you just want to look not only just through the entire 2000s, want to look specifically at the 2005, 2006 season, the dude averaged 35 points per game, led the league, also nearly 2 steals a game, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, shooting 35% from 3, but he was putting up 7 3-point 3-pointers a game, which again, during that era, was unheard of. Absolutely insane. I think picking up Kobe Bryant for $5 is a game that you can make him $6, and I would pick him up still. I think again, just team fit wise, you have Vince Carter, you have Kobe Bryant on the wings, Jason Kidd in the middle, again just throwing lobs to these guys. This was, pre-injury Kobe Bryant still having a very good bounce in his jumps. Obviously with Vince Carter being the same type of high flyer, still being a very capable spot-up shooter even. You can play through Kobe, you can play through Vince, you have a very good crafty playmaker in Jason Kidd. And again, you have Dwight Howard not only being there to clean up the boards for Kobe and Vince whenever they, miss, if they do ever miss, but also just being a good player. You can also just play through in the post, you can catch lobs, defend players very well, also being a multiple-time defensive player of the year. I feel like this team is so overpowered with talent, and the play style that I want to play through is a very fast-paced, open court play style. I think this is perfect. I think this is super good. Even if you want to go into more of technical, like playoff, what if they were in the playoffs? I think playing half-court style with Jason Kidd taking the full 24 seconds with Jason Kidd and Kobe Bryant playing together, even Dwight Howard setting nice hard screens for Kobe to get open. This team is absolutely insane. Now, I know Kobe and Dwight have played together before. It didn't really work out, but this is prime Kobe, prime Dwight Howard. I think they could probably make it work this time. So now we have Vince Carter at $1 and $4 Dwight Howard, that's $5. We have $3 Jason Kidd, that's $8, and $5 Kobe Bryant, which is $13. So obviously that means at $2, yes, I am picking up a very good complementary piece to these players, a floor stretcher, and even a really good scorer back in that time period, in Chris Bosh. Yes, Chris Bosh, $2, I think is also a very good bargain player. Maybe not a lot of people remember Chris Bosh when he played in Toronto. Obviously, we all remember Chris Bosh with the big three in Miami when he was definitely a lesser version of himself, being, the third option, the third wheel. But when even he was the go-to guy in Toronto, he was averaging 22 points per game, over a block a game, nearly a steal a game, averaging 10 boards as well. But also, the real reason why I really want Chris Bosh on my team is his capability to stretch the floor, being a very good big man shooter. Sure, he was averaging, maybe 1 or 2 shots from the 3-point line as well, but shooting nearly 40% from there is actually pretty good. And even if you wanted to look at his latter days in Miami, he was shooting 38%, 37%, 34% in Miami. Again, during this time period in Toronto, bigs didn't shoot threes, so he probably just didn't shoot threes because he was probably told not to, taught not to, but obviously he had it in his game, so I'm going to take that ability out of him, put it into him in his prime body. I feel like that's going to be perfect for him. So, does he really fit the mold completely of this team? No, not really. He's more of, again, of a set open shot guy, play through the post type of guy, a mid-range shooter, which is fine. Obviously, everyone else on my team is more of a upbeat, fast-paced team, but if you want to put Chris Bosh as the trailer to this very upbeat team, being a guy where, maybe the big is caught slacking, you throw, Chris Bosh an open three at the top of the key because maybe the center's already, or the power forward's already down low in the paint. Chris Bosh as the trailer, hitting open threes like that would be very good. Very good, capable rebounder as well. I think he fits the team very well, just being able to stretch the floor out. I mean, obviously we already have Kobe and Vince who are already really good 3-point shooters, but having Dwight Howard there in the paint already, catching up all the rebounds, you throw Chris Bosh in the corner, hitting corner threes all day, left, right, and center, while Kobe Bryant is driving to the rim, jamming on everyone, and Jason Kidd being a pinpoint passer. I feel like that's almost a match made in heaven, I feel like. So, yeah, I feel like my team is really good. Of course, getting Kevin Garnett would be obviously amazing. But I couldn't really think about a player, subtracting just to pick up Kevin Garnett. I guess I could make, Jason Kidd Tony Parker, which is fine. Tony Parker, again, people forget how good of a singular player he was. I think also winning Finals MVP one time during his run in San Antonio. But again, just the size of Jason Kidd, the way he could vision the court, being 2-3 inches taller than definitely a lot of other point guards during that time period. I feel like that's just an easy gimme to get Vince Carter. Also his defensive capability. Jason Kidd, his defensive capability. So I think that's my team. At point guard, Jason Kidd. Shooting guard, Kobe Bryant. That's $8. $1, Vince Carter. That's $9. $2, Chris Bosh. That's $11, and $4, Dwight Howard. $15. Yeah, I think that's gonna be it for me. Make sure you guys, by the way, also comment down below your NBA team. I think definitely getting Chris Paul would probably be my biggest regret. I feel like, again, Chris Paul during this time period was a very forgotten player because he wasn't playing, in LA, wasn't playing for, NBA Finals appearances like he was in Houston, and now, very forgotten but a very good player. Dwayne Wade would also be a very good player to pick up if you're trying to think about a team to make. Dwayne Wade was probably robbed of a MVP during that time period in like 2006 to like 2009. Definitely a very good player in himself. Again, not getting Kevin Garnett would be good. Even if you're looking for a post scorer, getting MVP Dirk Nowitzki would also be pretty great. Or if you're going for a more set offense, getting Yao Ming, where you can really get him to his position very good down on the block with Yao Ming. Yao Ming was obviously a very good player during that time period. Obviously a super tall player as well, so it's pretty easy to play through him. But yeah, I think that is going to be it for me. So I really hope you had a very good time watching this video, relaxing this video, anything like that. But yeah, make sure you like the video. If you do like the video, subscribe to the channel. Again, I will be live tomorrow before the NBA Finals, just to do a little catch-up, basketball talking, a little live stream. And yeah, I will see you again in my next video very, 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 very soon. Alright.